Hey guys, it's Gabby. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys about some of my social anxieties, feeling like a burden, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But before we get into the video, just a few things. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and also I am going to do a giveaway once we reach 200 subscribers. We're so close. So if you guys could help me out with that, that would be great. And if there's something specific that you would want me to give away, let me know in the comments or head on over to my social media and let me know. Somebody had suggested I do a Starbucks gift card. So if you guys want that, that'll be cool with me. So yeah, alright, that's all I had to say for that. So, I'm a pretty social person. And I love making friends, and I love just, I don't know, I'm an extrovert for sure, but I do have my introvert moments. Like, I can go out to an event or a party and stay, let's say the party's from like 5 to 10 or whatever. Obviously not in the coronial times, as I like to call it. But I can go to a party, and part of me is always like, oh, I really want to go to a party and just dance, and I'll do that. But after a while, I'm like, I want to go home. Like, I don't want to sit here in this corner for any more time. Like, I just want to leave. And so for me, as somebody, and I hate playing this card, like, I don't know. I just don't like saying this in the way that I'm going to say it. But as somebody who is blind, right? Like, when you have a disability, that is what people see first. They don't see just a regular, normal person, because you are a regular, normal person. You just have something that, doesn't work. In my case, my eyes. I can't speak on everybody. There's people that have other disabilities who can obviously share their experiences with that, and people who are visually impaired or have low vision, they will talk about their experiences. But to me, it's like, I feel like people don't notice me for who I am. I can be walking down the hall with my cane and just whatever, and people will just be like, oh, it's a blind person. I mean, this is my assumption. I don't know that this is what people actually think. And so, I mean, hey, and the thing is with me is, like, I feel like a lot of the time when I have certain friends, like, this has happened to me multiple times, and part of me is always just kind of afraid to let my guard down around people, just because I know how a lot of my friendships have ended. And so, things happen in certain friendships, and it leads to me thinking, well, you know what? I'm a burden. People don't want to they don't want to hang out with me. They don't want to, be my friend. And it all goes back to me saying, because I'm blind, because of my disability, this is the reason why people are treating me this way. This is the reason why people are not, being as friendly as I thought they could be. And so, hold on, I'm just organizing stuff on the couch next to me because I have a microphone for my school, which I don't even know how it works. But, I mean, yeah, I may be making assumptions, but part of me always feels like it's true, because I can ask people, like, hey, what's the reason behind that? And a lot of the time people don't know how to explain it to me. And so I always feel like it's my fault, and I blame myself a lot for it, because I just feel as though people should be able to be honest and, just kind of explain it. But I mean, in friendships that I've had, you know, I can say for sure that the hardest part for me is wondering, okay, is this person my friend because they want to be my friend and they genuinely want to get to know me, or are they my friend because they are trying to pity me and that's the only reason why? And so for me, I this is another thing that I constantly question, and I've wondered, like, I don't want people to think that I'm helpless and that I can't do things on my own, but there are times where things are a little harder, and so I might need help, and that's why sometimes I turn to a friend and I'm like, hey, like, can you help me get to so-and-so place or whatever, and it's hard. Listen, you guys know I'm all about independence. I'm all about advocacy and all that stuff and inclusion. But the thing that is the hardest for me is asking for help. I feel like for me, when I ask for help, people pity me and they feel sorry and they want to just be like, oh, okay. Again, I'm assuming all of these things. Nobody's ever directly said, hey, you're helpless. Hey, I'm your friend because I'm pitying you. But I just feel that. I pick up people's energy. And so for me, when I'm out, and this is gonna, kind of transition into the whole social anxiety stuff. But when I'm out, if I am confused, I will figure everything out on my own before I say, you know what? I'm asking for help. And in the video that I did where I talked about my week back at school, my, updates with my college stuff, you kind of can tell that one day that I had, a little panic attack was a day where I just felt like I didn't have control. And for me, not having that control is just like, it's hard because I have to memorize everything, right? Which has never been a problem for me. But I don't know, guys. I just feel like there's times where I wish people were more open to actually understanding and, we're just genuine, honest people. Because I've run into the problem where a lot of people that I know aren't. They may not be friends, but they might be people that I interact with or whatever. And so getting into the social anxiety stuff, I've been in class before when we weren't in coronial times, and before class, people will talk and they'll whatever, and I've turned to people and I've been like, hi, I'm Gabby, what's your name, what's your major? And a lot of the time it's just radio silence, right? And there's times where people are like, oh, hi, I'm so and so, this is my major, what's yours? And they will actually have a conversation and whatever. But people, a lot of the time, I've been doing therapy, counseling, just because things are not always easy for me, and I need to put my hair up and my scrunchie just fell. Oh gosh, hold on. It's hot in here. And where's my scrunchie? Okay. It's literally under the thing, so I had to grab it with my toes. But a lot of the time, people, what was I saying? Okay, so I've been doing counseling, and one thing I've been saying is that I kind of stopped being the first person to start a conversation, because sometimes I'll feel like a connection is genuine and I'll feel like it's real and it can actually be a good friendship, and it turns out to be just nothing. And listen, I'm not sitting here going, oh my gosh, be my friend, talk to me. But this is college. This is a place where you're supposed to meet people and, just be able to feel happy and comfortable. And if I'm being honest, I have not been happy. I've talked about my college experience. I'll link that up in the cards and down below. But I just haven't been happy. I feel like I try so hard and nothing ever works. And again, it's college. Not everybody is going to be my friend. Not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to want to talk to me. But I just feel like even if you're just an acquaintance, if you're just trying to have a not even trying to be acquaintances, just trying to have a conversation, why is it that people can easily conversate with a sighted person, but when they see somebody with a disability, it's just kind of like out the window? One second, my lips are chapped. I'll be right back. Sorry, I was saying. Okay. Listen, I don't ever want you guys to think that I'm here complaining about things. I mean, yes, it is a rant, but at the same time, I don't have these expectations that I need to be the popular person in school. I don't expect for people to want to be my friend. I don't want to force a connection. That's not what I want. I just want you guys to understand that, my college experience has not been a good college experience. And I don't know if there's even a way to fix it. And this is my last year. But I don't know what it is. And so a lot of the time, I blame myself and my friends, my true good friends, Chelsea and Jessica, who you guys know. I mean, I have a lot of friends who are in the blind community who I can say I really do love having them as friends, and they've been really great. But Chelsea and Jess have known me the longest, and, a lot of the time they tell me, it's not your fault. But I can't help but feel that way if I've constantly been in situations where it feels like it's me, where I feel like something's wrong with me because, it just seems like I can't make friends. And it's hard, and I've grown to just be able to be like, it is what it is, move on from it. But sometimes it hurts, and sometimes you have to dwell on it for a little bit and get upset about it. And lately, I've been having to tell myself, you're doing so much for yourself, which I am. I've been doing a lot, and I love being able to sit in front of the camera and talk to you guys about things and demonstrate things to you. That's always fun for me. But I also need a social life, and I don't have that. And for me, my social anxieties kind of kick in when I'm around people and I want to maybe join in on a conversation, but I'm afraid that, what if they're like, oh, no. And one thing people have told me is that people who don't know about somebody who has a disability are intimidated. But this is why, like, I've constantly told people in my school, whether it was in high school or in college, like, ask me questions. Don't be afraid to come up to me in the hallway or turn to me in class and say, hey, I have a question about X, Y, and Z. I mean, I've had one person who's literally been really disrespectful about it. But if you are respectful and you approach me, and you're just like, hey, I have a few questions, I will never mind answering your questions. I'm open to speaking about things, and I'm open to educating people. But yeah, I mean, it's weird. I hate it. But part of me is also just like, it is what it is. Move on. Just let go of it. It's not that serious. And it's not. Listen, I'm not trying to sound entitled. I'm not trying to sound like, oh, pity party and boo-hoo. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Talk to you about, feeling like a burden. And it's not just in friend groups. It's also in family. Which is a whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Because I feel like people, and this is in people that are around my age in my family, like, I feel like they say like, oh, Gabby's this and Gabby can do everything. But at the same time, when we go on vacation or we're out somewhere, they will all like be with each other, and I just feel kind of excluded and like an outcast. And I took a trip with my family back in January, and it was my cousins and one of my cousin's friends. It was his birthday. And his mom was like, oh, come on the trip, you and your brother. And so we went. And now, again, if you know me personally, like you know me, then I am not the type of person to like freak out over every single situation. Like, that's not me. Yeah, everything will, there's things that will piss me off and really get me upset and annoy me. But I am not one to sit here and say, oh, I'm not an attention seeker, so to say. Like, I don't want people to think that. So, just, that's all I'm going to say for this story I'm about to tell. Okay. We were on the cruise. The first day we were there, everybody's like figuring out where their rooms are, figuring out who they're rooming with, whatever. And I don't know if it was the same day or the morning after that this happened, but, this was my cousin's birthday. So I understand, and I'm not sitting here blaming him because whatever, like, it's his birthday. So it's him and his two friends, my cousin who's the same age as one of my brothers, and then my cousin's two godbrothers. Yeah. Who one is like, I think the same age as me, or something like that. I don't know. And so, we were sitting at the breakfast table, downstairs or whatever, and everybody's like talking to each other and laughing and whatever. And then they get up and they were like, oh yeah, let's go take pictures outside, and left. And I was there with my cousin. Now, I love them. Okay, I love them so much. But you know, I wanted to be able to be like, okay, well this part's not really important because it's like whatever. You're taking pictures. We can all take pictures another time. Um, but the fact that, you know, throughout the whole trip, nobody was like, "Oh, let's see if Gabby wants to come hang out with us." Or let's see if Gabby would be interested in X, Y, and Z. And so that's what I wanted to say because I wanted to have fun, you know, I wanted to hang out and yeah, I don't know. But you know, it's weird and in the moment I will cry, not cry, but you know what I mean. Like I'll get upset about it. But at the same time, it is what it is. I can't force people to want to talk to me. I don't expect anybody to want to talk to me or be my friend or include me in anything. I'm not going to force a connection. I'm not going to force people to, you know, do any of that because that's never been me. Like, one thing you guys should know about me is that I've never been the type to try to force anything. If a friendship is supposed to be a good friendship, it will be a good friendship on its own. But I don't try to force anything because I feel like whatever is meant to happen is meant to happen. And I feel like a lot of the time, yeah, again, I may feel really upset about things, and at the same time, it's like there must be a reason why all of that happens. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it is what it is. And, you know, other than that, I'm happy. I'm doing really good and I'm proud of myself. And hey, sometimes you just need to talk about the times that aren't great, which I think I do a lot with you guys. But it helps me to just kind of express these things. I want to do a fun video for you guys. So I have something in mind. But if oh gosh, words. If there is anything that you want me to film, if you want to see more of the content that I have, if you want me to change it and do something else, or if you have any questions, you have multiple ways of communicating with me. So please communicate with me. It helps me so much. And yeah, just, you know, my email's in the about section. Head there, shoot me an email if you need to contact me. Check out my socials. They're all linked to my channel. Comments are always on. I mean, I know sometimes they're not on, which is really weird because I don't ever touch the stupid comment thing. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great week, and it's been really good to just be able to film some stuff for you. And I don't know. I feel like that's all I had. Alright. I've got some fun collabs planned. Oh, this is the last thing I'll say. I've got fun collabs planned for you guys. Just trying to figure out people's schedules and all that good stuff. So you should be seeing some of those maybe in October. Yeah. Alright. Have a great week. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.